Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's like, yo, this. Once you get in and you just come to one event, it all makes sense. Like, there's literally nothing else better.
Yeah.
There's nothing else better. Everyone would trade whatever they got going on for the life of IMD.
Yeah.
Everyone, because it's the best thing.
Yeah. I mean, the question I just ask people is like, if this is not it, then what else solution can you provide me that's going to give me freedom? And I'm talking about freedom in all aspects. I'm talking about mental, physical, financial, emotional. Like, what type of tangible, strategic plan that you have that's going to provide us freedom outside of what we're doing? I love what we're doing. Making a living, you know, and if you look at your life and realize that you're not living the way that you want to live, then maybe you should probably consider doing something else. You know, ready to get started? No, that's the only thing I can say. You know, because this ain't for you, man. I just hope whatever it is you do does provide you something that's going to allow you to be free enough so that you can make that impact in the world that you want to make. Because everybody wants to do something incredible before they leave this planet. The question is what you're doing right now in the next 5 to 10 years going to get you there? Are you wishing or hoping that it's going to come if you continue to go the route that you think is correct, even though you know it's only make you go further back, or it's draining that life force from you?
Here's the thing, right? With these college degrees,
and
we have been trained to think that the degree is everything, that there's a guarantee attached with it. And a lot of people fail to realize that guarantee does not exist. Right?
It doesn't.
That degree does not guarantee you anything at all, other than that you will have a degree. Yeah. Right? It doesn't mean you'll get a great job. And even if you do get a great job, it doesn't promise that you'll have a great life. Doesn't promise that you'll live a free life, that you'll ever really own anything in your life. That degree doesn't come with the lifestyle whatever you picture in your mind for yourself. It doesn't automatically come with that. All right, but here, there's no guessing. It's like, this is life. These are people who have figured out life. They have figured out how to increase. And if they figured out how to increase and we follow their steps, because clearly it works, then we can all have increase. We just gotta stop being so scared of stuff that's new to us. Just because it's new, you've never heard of it before, doesn't make it too good to be true.
And the question to ask yourself is, what if? What if it is real? What if it isn't real? The only way you're going to figure that out is if you experience it. I think it's the experience that people are afraid of. You are afraid to experience something that may possibly change your life, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And this is not the shit on college degrees, because I have 2. I'm working on my 3rd one, But I know long term, I have to ask myself, with this degree, how competitive or how marketable I am to the job market that make me qualify for the so-called job they said I'm promised to get, for the so-called salary I'm promised to get. Because how many other people are sitting down studying the same thing that you're studying, reading the same textbooks, getting the same instructions, told the same things, getting the same degree, going to different universities, they're teaching the same Algerian curriculum that all Americans are essentially taught to do? Like, how serious all that stuff, like. And think about it, like, everybody's studying the same thing. People in that department studying the same thing that you're studying, right? And they're going to compete for the same jobs. The question you have to ask yourself is, what's making you different? What's making you different with that degree that's going to make you more qualified to do that job than someone else who's studying the same thing that's probably coming from a different place of life? Because you got to think about the school you're going to, too, because that's going to make you marketable, right? Do you think you're going to be able to compete for these people who go to these Ivy League schools and get in these jobs, and you're going to more of a maybe a local school or a school that's probably not that big, or maybe like a Division II or Division III school. Like, you gotta ask yourself these are questions you gotta really start asking yourself. You know, unless you're gonna do a lot of local work in the college base that you got your degree in, that's where it's gonna happen for you. You can travel a little bit, but I mean, they keep it hot with you. Most college students who get a degree, they're either gonna make work in the place that they went to college at essentially in their life, or they're gonna go back home and do the same thing with that degree that they initially were trying to do in the first place, right? So if you're just looking to do local work in your city or the place that you went to college at, then that's kind of the end goal for you, right? And you have to ask yourself, what type of freedom is that? You know, I know for me, I know for this guy right here, Les, we know there's more to life than just that. And when we took a shot with this thing called World Ventures, it gave us the experience to know that. It gave us access to people who are not just marketable and competitive, but wise beyond the teachers that have ever taught me anything about how to think critically, or how to live, or how to network, or how to put something in my own personal resume that's gonna make me different from the person that's beside me, because all of us are different. All of us have talents and gifts and abilities, but not everyone is blessed with the opportunity to sit in a space where you can figure that out as you're making a living. That's what our company provides us, man. College doesn't provide you that. It gives you the time, but also gives you the stress, gives you the debt. It takes away from the idea of what freedom can do for you, man. And another thing, Boyce Walker said this too as well. These Ivy League schools, what's crazy about them is that they're actually teaching students how to work for themselves, how to make themselves marketable. Mm-hmm. And if you think about the college setting, because that's what all colleges try to do, they try to compete with Ivy League schools or be like Ivy League schools. What's crazy about that is that they're teaching you how to work for the same people that are actually creating these corporations or learning how to run these corporations. And you're going to be their employees. Isn't that crazy? And on top of that, if you look at how college is set up, it's making you an entrepreneur whether you know it or not. You got to set up your own classes. You got to make sure you're on time. You got to be consistent when you're meeting up with professors. You got to network. You got to build with people who are at a higher degree than you are, just so you can actually learn how to be like them and excel. You got to figure out what makes you different. You got to build your portfolio. You got to have quote unquote experiences working in the field. All this stuff is what entrepreneurs do. So you're naturally an entrepreneur. You just don't want to accept the simple fact that there's no paycheck that comes with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is about results. It's about productivity. It's about sustainability. It's about leadership. All stuff that anybody is capable of doing, but not everybody wants to contribute to that hard work, right? Stuff that you're already ready for, man. So if you're one of those entitled people that feel like you got it all together because you got a college degree, I want you to look on YouTube at this thing called Generation Jobless that came out in 2010, when there was two problems going on. First of all, the job economy was unstable. It's the most insecure thing on this economy that we live in America. And two, we live in a generation of complacency. Our parents have pampered us enough because they're actually recovering from the war on poverty aspect that's going on, you know, the teen pregnancy, all that stuff, right? So now we're living in a generation that's very complacent and subtle. And because of that, we found comfortability still living with our parents, because our parents didn't teach us how to be as self-sufficient or as independent or interdependent as we should be. And that's damaging us right now. So it's a lot of different things, a lot of different barriers we have to go through. We'll make a video about that too as well and expand upon that a little bit more. But these are just some flowing thoughts that were just going on. Is there anything last thing you want to say, bro? Because we got to get up out of here, man. We got a flight to going back home.
Yeah, man, I don't really say, bro. Like,
yeah.
I mean, this honestly, this is it. This was getting ready to take place. It's about to be the greatest thing to probably ever happen. Like, ever. We're going to be a part of.
You want to go this way?
Yeah, I want that way, right?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what's getting ready to happen is we're about to be a part of history. Like, this is going to be historical, life-changing. It's like, dude, why would you Come on, like this is the greatest thing ever. No one's you will not get hurt here. You will only grow.
Yeah.
You will only grow.
Like I said, I'm pushing on nobody. So, question you to ask yourself is, if what we're doing isn't it, then tell us what's better than what we got going on. Just let me know. Because I follow leaders, not self-doubters.